Hello, I'm Tim with TamBoTC channel. We're sitting here on a menu page. This will not be played today, but this is kind of a announcement video for what is going on the channel. First off, I want to tell you that I had some problems with my hands lately. Some muscle tendons were probably damaged, hurt. I can't remember exactly, but I've been taking care of them since then. Only playing a game when I was comfortable enough and when things were fine enough. I gave it a little bit more time even after that because I still felt a little something going on. So I took a break from games in general and such. I have a feeling I know what was part of the cause to the situation with my hands, so I'm just letting you know. It is not like something like carpal tunnel though, but it felt like some of the kind of problems you get with carpal tunnel, where your hand gets numb and you have the little like pings of pain or whatever at the tips of your fingers. But then I noticed that there were two things combined with what could have caused this problem. One of them probably was due to a certain console I was using in a certain way. And it's very uncomfortable, but it was a combination with something else. I got a Switch, and the sticking console itself, holding it, is just super uncomfortable, and it hurt my wrists for a while, and I guess that built up something. Most of my pain was in the pinky kind of region on my right hand, but I have had other things in the other hands. Right now they're fine. I should be fine. But I'll still be cautious and keep an eye on it. I also want to let you know too, the other thing is I got the other combination of the pain was I've been lifting these heavy buckets of water. We have a garden out back started, and I guess I've been carrying them the wrong way, and they started to give me problems. And it wasn't just the hands at the time too. I actually had pain in the chest thanks to this too. I've been carrying these buckets that were really heavy the wrong way, a way that I shouldn't have, and that's what caused this problem. So I think it was a combination of the two, and I talked to my doctor. I informed them some of that stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Otherwise, that's all I can say on the matter. I should be fine though right now. Just been down though because of just the situation that happened. But yeah, I'd hate to go in for surgery just for this kind of thing, especially in these days that we're living in with the COVID. But other than that, the only other thing I want to announce is I got my Elgato back. I got my computer back. It should be doing fine. I got a bunch of games. I want to set up Skyrim together on there too, on the PC. It's been working fine. There is one problem though, and my friend is going to help walk me through that too. For whatever reason, every time I record, I don't think it matters what quality the video is at, but for some reason when I turn on the commentary audio and have the game audio at the same time, it does this sometimes a screen tear thing, and it cuts out one of the audios. So it depends. I also have to always turn on the commentary for whatever reason every time I change like the quality or whatever of the video. So if there happens to be lower quality for Xbox game videos or Nintendo Switch videos, that's probably why, because the quality will probably help better the chances of being able to hear both the game and myself. Unless you guys want commentary-less videos. That would probably help in having me play the game better, because I do have trouble commentating at the same time as playing. As you can probably tell in some videos, but I try my best anyways, and I love commentating. I just enjoy talking about things, and I have a lot of videos that I actually want to make. The next thing I want to talk about is that I have so many games right now, so many that are unfinished on this channel right now, that I started and didn't get to finish, whether it be a health situation or whatever. And I still want to get to a lot of those, but I'm wondering if you guys care, or if you guys think I should just do, like, maybe I can cut them from being Let's Plays to just like fooling around kind of videos. Instead of giving it a story, you can kind of you can explore the game yourself, getting to know the story or whatever, and it'll just be a fun little dumb video or whatever it can be. Or maybe it can be on other subjects, like ones I would like to tackle or talk about for future videos. So maybe that's what they could be. It depends on what you guys think. Because right now I have Sekiro. I still haven't finished for the channel. I still haven't finished Stinking Doom Eternal either. I still haven't finished Yooka-Laylee Impossible Lair. I started Metro and said maybe I should restart this series, because now I kind of want to do something different with the Metro games. And then I started Ghost of Tsushima, and that was right around the time I started having my hand problems. So hopefully I was able to recover from it. Usually it takes 2 weeks, maybe more, to recover if you catch it on time. I think I did. I gave it even longer, almost a month pretty much. I don't know exactly the time, but yeah, it's just been a crazy time. And you guys know, if you watched my other videos, I also have a problem with tinnitus, which in turn is caused because of TMJ in my jaw. So, and that's on like the left side of my face. Right now I'm fine with that for the most part though. So it's kind of an on-off thing, but I take care of it best I can, and it seems things have been mostly fine with that. I do have leg cramps and such too. I try to take care of, like, I like to walk a lot. You guys have seen some of my videos where I walk through. I try to walk around the room here too, like, and like I'll take walks whenever I feel like it's best for me. So, and you guys, I hope you're staying safe and healthy. I hope everybody is fine who watches this. I hope everybody enjoys my videos. I do these videos because I have fun with them. They're things that I enjoy personally, that I get to show games that I love to play. I get to talk about things. I want to do more like personal things too, and I'm hoping that once I get my Elgato up and working, maybe I can do a face reveal. I'm thinking, why not? And I'm thinking of doing like personal things, like talking about things that I love and such, stuff you can get to know about me, and I would love to also get to know about you if you want to, if you care to, whatever it may be. And I wish I could like open up more to other things, like having a Discord channel. I do have a Discord channel set up. I just need to figure out how I would have other people. I've been doing this thing with my friends, and I'm wondering if it's something I should do with random people too, as long as they don't like record what's going on, hopefully. So, but me and my friends watch a movie using Discord chat. We'll use our video, and I would play movies through Netflix or something else. And I don't know, I'll consult with my friends, but it would be a cool thing if I actually got people in on a Discord channel so that we could watch a movie. The only problems with that is, one, are people going to be noisy, loud, and annoying when doing that? After experiencing Fortnite's little movie thing they had before, people were being pretty annoying during that. So I'm guessing that same thing might reflect onto if I decide to do this. Especially with just random people and strangers, whatever the situation may be. But it was something that was interesting to me, and I thought would be cool. There's just a lot of negatives too to it. Negative sides, whether the person will try to record it without you knowing, or if the the people are going to be loud, noisy, and obnoxious in whatever way. It's just something I've been deciding, as well as like how else I can get out there the Discord chat, so that people know how to connect to it safely without any problems or whatever. So there's stuff like that. I do have a Twitter and such. I don't use Twitter much though, because it's annoying. I hate just generally the emails I get from Twitter. They're super obnoxious and annoying, and I'm sick of them at this point. I don't even know why I get half of them, because they're on subjects I honestly don't give a crap about, and I don't have any connection to, so I don't even get it. But yeah, I'm not a big user of stuff like Facebook and Twitter and such. I'm not someone who's big on that, so it would be hard for me, but it would be something where I would be able to interact with people more for the channel. It's just I'm not a big user of that stuff, and I've never really liked stuff like that anyways. But it would be cool to get this stuff up to, I would probably prefer a Discord channel if we did anything. Or commenting, of course, on YouTube. We can always stay close that way. I can still do live streams and stuff. That stuff will still happen. I still want to do my read-alongs, just like Dragons of Deltora. I've never forgotten it. It's just so many gosh darn things have been going on that it's just gotten to an insane point. And I hope things clear up sooner than later, and that things get better. So I hope you all have a great day. I hope everything's been fine with you. The next projects that I will be working on, I'm sorry if this video is too long. There's just a lot to talk about. Resident Evil 4 will be played on the channel. I really want to do Resident Evil 4. I want to do a bunch of older games. I wanted to get Splinter Cell on here. I know that Stigid, and I'm thinking of doing some more voice videos too. I want to get Splinter Cell. I know that Critical Nobody's known as the Splinter Cell guy, but I think I literally am on the even side with him personally of being such a big Splinter Cell fan. I've played Chaos Theory like hundreds of times. I love that game, and when I saw his video, I actually, back in the day, had an idea for that. The reason I didn't go through with it is I wouldn't have edited or made as good a video as he did. So I'm glad someone like he exists, and I love his video. I love his Splinter Cell video. It's one of my favorites ever on YouTube. And though I kind of take points away for Majora's Mask, because it's one of the best games of the Zelda series, and then for good reason. And I want to talk about a few things there too. I actually want to make a series. I still love these YouTubers, but I wanted to make a series about things that annoy me about certain YouTubers, things that they say or do that are annoying to me, or even wrong. I want to, for example, I remember Cinemassacre, or as he was known when he was doing the video, AVGN. He was doing a Majora's Mask video, and he was talking all this crap about Majora's Mask and how it works, and like how he was playing it. And I have a friend in me that know Majora's Mask pretty well, especially this friend that literally, you ever have that friend that's just like, if they've played that game so much and they're watching you play it for the first time, and you're just like, but you're supposed to play it like, oh. You ever have that situation where you're seeing somebody else play the game wrong? That's kind of what my friend had when he was watching Sticking Cinemassacre play Majora's Mask. And it wasn't just like the way he played it. There were other things that were annoying too. But, I mean, I still love his video. We don't agree with it. And for various reasons. But that's just one annoyance. We still love the guy. We still think he's awesome. But yeah, it was just like annoying to see some of the little quirks and things that were going on in the video when he was playing it. The reasons we love the game is that it's so different. It's got a villain that isn't Ganondorf for once. I love the time mechanic because it adds to the experience and immersion, and I know it can be annoying for some people, there's no doubt, and they still have their opinion. It's just, they also mess up sometimes when doing certain things, so it just makes the opinion kind of look like it wasn't really warranted because they didn't know what they were doing. Maybe give it a second playthrough or play it some more and see what they think then, or get somebody else's advice. So I'm sure they have now. But yeah, and other reasons, it's the darkest Zelda. I love the different stories and perspectives. But once again, I'm not trying to say his video is wrong or anything. I just think those are things that annoy. There are things that annoy me about it. I would have to bring in my friend to talk about what it would be, because I can't really say it here. He would know much better than me, like what he had problems with. It's kind of like stuff like what Critical Nobody was talking about in his Splinter Cell video with the cheat code lady, where she was telling you to kill all the guards and you're saying, no, there's a way out the window that you can climb back. That's kind of the situation with the Zelda thing, basically. It's like there's another way you can approach this level, or how you're supposed to do this or that. That's kind of what the gist of the problems were, what it leans towards. But yeah, that's just a tiny thing, and there are other things, and to be honest, that's pretty much the only problem I have with Cinemassacre. I think I love a lot of his other stuff. I don't think there's a single other thing I have a problem with. There probably is, but most of it might be nitpicky. So I think that was probably one of the biggest videos that had the most problems, if I had to bring anything up. Other than talking about him, because I'd rather not. He's an awesome YouTuber, and I don't want to make this something about negativity with him. Go check him out. I definitely recommend Cinemassacre. The YouTubers I actually wanted to approach were people like, and I love these YouTubers as well, but I want to approach a Nostalgia Critic, stuff that annoys me or just I found wrong with some of his stuff. Angry Joe even, I wanted to talk about some of the stuff. Hopefully, like, once again, you have your opinion. You don't even need to listen to me with it because of this stuff. Okay, maybe that's going too far, because then why would you want to, I don't want to push you away from my video at all. But I do, and I'm sorry I was sitting on the screen forever, but I just wanted to talk about little things that annoy me. Keep in mind, I still love these YouTubers. You have your own opinion, I have mine. It's just a cool little thing to hear, as like a different perspective or to think about or whatever. You, in the end of the day, still have your opinion by the end. Don't be rude about it, don't be a jerk about it, whatever. And, yeah. It's just interesting things I thought I'd bring up, and I think some of them are, I will say one thing so you kind of know the gist of, like, what I'm saying. There is one line alone in a video called Quest for Camelot, where the Nostalgia Critic is getting mad at this one part with this forest of, like, grabby hand trees and this thorny forest grabbing at the griffin, trying to get the sword or whatever. Attacking the griffin, and the Nostalgia Critic's sitting there like, what is this place? Explain, movie, explain. And I'm like, how is the movie supposed to explain this in the moment of what's going on? Why are you asking the movie to explain? Wouldn't that come across as your other problem you've had with some movies where there's too much exposition? You just basically go from the movie doesn't explain much to now there's too much exposition. That's an example of a problem I had with the Nostalgia Critic. One of the things with the Nostalgia Critic. But there are a couple of more than that. And I've already seen other YouTubers kind of get on his case with some of his videos. But once again, I still love Nostalgia Critic stuff, even with the situation of the management of his employees and such. I still love his stuff, and I still watch him even. There are other YouTubers I feel bad for too that I still watch that have gotten into some situations, but they were able to prove themselves not guilty eventually, like the situation with Pro Jared, the situation with Tobuscus. Like, I feel bad for that kind of stuff. And after they came forward and such, it started to be clear what was going on. In some of those cases, at least. There are some YouTubers where it's not that great. But yeah, that we used to watch. Well, whatever the situations may be, hopefully these people can redeem themselves, become better people. Yeah. I don't know what else to say other than I wanted to make videos like that. Voice videos, Resident Evil games will be coming on here, as well as the remaster of the original. There will be other games on the channel, hopefully Xbox and so on type of games on other consoles. Whether commentary or not, it depends. And finally, I want to do some Final Fantasy games for the channel. Also, Konami games are off the record because they copyright claim the crap out of me, and I hate Konami for that crap. So I just recently got a collection with Rondo of Blood because my friend has been asking me for that collection, or at least to see it, and hopefully be able to play it himself someday. Because he's a big Castlevania fan, so I got that and realized I did a live stream where I was like, oh crap, Konami's gonna copyright claim me. I don't know if they do it to live streams, but I didn't want to take the chances. So Konami did like messed up my Metal Gear Solid 5 series so bad. I had to keep deleting videos and get to them on time. I kept organizing them, and then just eventually it got to be too much, and I stopped organizing the video numbers because they're not organized anyways when you actually watch them. So that sucks. So I just kind of gave up on that and left them the way they are, so that you can kind of see, oh, this isn't in the right order. Well, it's not anyways, and Konami's the reason why. So I also got the Contra collection and the Castlevania collection, and sadly I don't think I'll be able to do those. I just realized too, I don't think I can do the Metal Gear games because of that. Oh, and I have the HD collection to the 2 and 3. Dang it. Hopefully I can do more games. I still have Splinter Cell. I still have a bunch of other stuff planned and lined up, and I hope I can do them soon for the channel. Resident Evil 4 is a game, which brings me to another interesting topic. I have other videos that I want to make based on like games that I either love or hate or whatever it may be, that I want to talk about, so there'll be some interesting subjects there too. I made a video on games that are really bad, but I love them. So that'll be interesting. So we'll see how these things turn out. I'm sorry for bringing up to the Cinemassacre. I get very touched. I get kind of disappointed in myself when bringing stuff up like that. But it's just stuff that annoyed me, and I thought I would use it as an example for videos I would be making in the future, because I do want to talk about a few of those things. And I thought it would make for an interesting subject to cover a few things. There was also stuff with Angry Joe I was annoyed by. I was annoyed by his Resident Evil 3 video. Maybe I should even say it here because they might be brief. So I'll just say the things that I want to talk about with Angry Joe is I think Angry Joe messed up the Resident Evil 3 video to an extent. First off, why is Resident Evil 3 the same rating as Not even Mass Effect Andromeda did better somehow by him. That game's not good. The story is just bad because the elements of like the choices don't work at all. There's like none of that, and like there's barely any choice. It's like the illusion of choice. There's no penalty in the game. Like, I don't think any of your comrades will die by the end of it or have any problem or whatever. This is like the most safe of the Mass Effect games. It's pretty stupid and predictable too. Plot's dumb, the character's dumb, a lot of the technical issues still stand. That game has so many more technical issues than 3. I know 3 is a short game, but I'd rather a short and sweet game than a long, sour one. And another problem I had with his review of Resident Evil 3 is the fact that he compared the new game to the original Resident Evil 3, and I love the original. I think 3 is my favorite Resident Evil. But the problem is, why didn't he do that with RE2? A lot of the things Critical Nobody brought up in his video about Resident Evil 2 would be a lot of the same problems Angry Joe brought up with Resident Evil 3. Like, I think the rating of Resident Evil 2 Remake would be brought down to 7 out of 10, just because of some of that, if that was a chance. I still think it's an 8 out of 10. I think it's a great game. But, yeah, I do think that was kind of a sour thing to do. It's just like, why would you compare it now instead of doing it when you did Resident Evil 2 review? Did you even play 2 in preparation for the new one? Like you did with 3? That just doesn't feel fair somehow. I still think there are problems with 3, of course. But I think the problems aren't as big a deal as Angry Joe was making them out. Like, I remember when Angry Joe was complaining about some of the QuickTime events and he got dragged back by the stinking tentacle arm of Nemesis during that one scene near the end. He was getting mad over that, and I'm just like, you know how long that scene takes? The scene only takes like a couple seconds, basically. You're annoyed by a couple second cutscene or QuickTime event. And it's your fault that you let yourself get dragged back further. All you have to do is hold down the button. Why are you getting mad about this? And now I'm getting mad at you getting mad because it's stupid. But yeah, those are basically the things. And the last thing I want to say is I think Angry Joe takes Superman a little too seriously. I think whenever Superman comes up, I think he kind of is dumbfounded or blinded for his love of Superman. That he actually brought up something when he was watching like the Batman trailer and such. I'm a big fan of Batman, by the way, but I can be like, Batman sucks when with this or that. But like when he was saying like Batman's getting all the love and Superman's not, and he brought up the thing where it's like Superman's overpowered, and he says no, he's not overpowered. He deals with villains that are like his kind of power level or higher, or whatever he said. I think he said most of the villains were higher. Not all of them. Lex Luthor isn't. Lex Luthor just needs a green rock and his stupid armor that he made there, and that's it. So I don't agree with that. To an extent, that is. And finally, to come back to that, I think when people say he's overpowered, I think it's because he has too many powers, and yes, he is pretty powerful. If he's able to go up against Goku and crud in a death battle, then yeah, he's pretty powerful. And beat Goku. Several times. As well as there's interpretations and versions of Superman where he's actually becomes a god. Like, come on. How is he not powerful? And I like Superman too. I have a bunch of Superman comics. If he ever wants to see them, I would love to show him my collection. But yeah, I still love Superman. He's not my favorite hero, but I still love him. I just don't think that Angry Joe should take things seriously the way he does. Like, Superman is hard to make a good game. Even the game he played for his channel that he was like kind of in love with because it was Superman-like, but it's hard to make a good game out of that character because it's basically like you need the invincibility code the whole time, and even the invincibility code for games like Battlefront 2, it gets really boring after a while of just being indestructible pretty much, other than to Kryptonite and like the main villains of Superman instead of like the minor enemies. And that's why they make the city like have a health or a timer on it, because the city is the one that represents your health bar rather than you, which is an interesting idea. It's just never executed well. As well as Superman just has too many goddamn powers. It's just like he can do practically everything. Okay, that's not true, but you know what I mean. It's just again ridiculous how much he can do. I still love him once again. I love his rogues gallery. He's got an excellent rogues gallery. I love Bizarro. I love Brainiac. Brainiac's probably one of my favorite villains of all time, other than the Joker. I love Darkseid. Even though Darkseid's more Justice League threat, especially now. I love stinking Parasite. Yeah, Parasite, Metallo, you name it. But yeah, excellent hero. And I love when he represented, like, truth and justice, that he's this hero that can be, that has the choice that he could possibly destroy Earth, and kind of like the movie Brightburn, but he decides to do good with his power instead of bad. Doesn't explain how Shazam took the villain out of the city so that he was out of harm's way, but Superman didn't. I guess Superman tried when he was punching him in the sky, but like there were other times he could have at least given a try, that they destroyed the buildings and such. But I guess it made for an interesting idea for later movies. I'm talking too much. I'm sorry. But what I'm just basically getting across is I think that Angry Joe needs a little bit of leeway on his Superman thing. He needs to think a little straighter when he's talking about that stuff, because I do think he goes a little overboard with that stuff. Maybe even more so. It just gets ridiculous sometimes. Oh, and Cosmonaut Variety Hour, Aquaman is not the worst movie. Like, that alone, that title alone is a lie. And I know he's probably said that, I think he mentioned at the beginning of the video that yes, there are other really, really bad superheroes. But even then, like, why would you even bring that up? You know that's not true already. You're clickbaiting. So shut the hell up. Aquaman was a fantastic movie. I enjoyed it a lot. There was a lot of personality to Aquaman. I loved the movie. I loved the villains, the costumes. It just felt like fan service in such a great way. And they managed to make Aquaman cool. Which was probably pretty hard. I mean, you got Jason Momoa, so... but, yeah, it's just like... You got the Fantastic Four movies, you got sticking some bad X-Men movies. Don't even try to say Aquaman is the worst. Shut up. Don't even go there. That's not even true on a 1% meter scale. There's so many other superhero movies that beat that out in how bad they are. Talk about those and retitle your video, even though you're never going to do that. So now I just feel like I'm throwing shade at YouTubers. But whatever, I still love these guys. I still love... Well, then again, I think sticking Cosmonaut Variety Hour did do some other stupid videos I don't agree with. Like his Sam Raimi Spider-Man video. So maybe he is kind of in the wrong spot. But no. But yeah, I still enjoyed most of these YouTubers are still excellent, and I love them. So keep that in mind. And some of them are like my favorite YouTubers. I still watch them today. There are many other YouTubers that I love that I don't have many complaints about. But yeah, I was thinking love all these YouTubers, and I thought maybe I should make a series like that, but maybe I shouldn't because I said it all right here. So this video's gone on too long, so I hope to see you guys next time. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments below, and I'll see you on the next video. I should have really done something for the background here other than this. Bye.